It's another beautiful Saturday, ladies and gentlemen, and my name is Anthony James, the man with the plan, and this is MX Social. I'm so glad to have you guys on here today. It's going to be an exciting show, so stay tuned and join me with MX Social. Now, before we get into today's show, let me just say this. I love hats, bowler hats, straw hats, round hats, all of that do-rags. So what it is here is that the Millionaires Network Ghana invites you to attend the second edition of the Ghana Hats Fair, which comes off on Saturday, 12th November 2022 at Holiday Inn Hotel. Now join us from 9 a.m. as we feast your eyes on a variety of gorgeous headpieces ranging from simple to luxurious, sophisticated designs. It's going to be an exciting and fascinating November to remember, so WhatsApp us on 0248 539 658. That's 0248 539 658 to be a part of this event. How's everyone doing? Now, I've got three amazing guests today to join me on today's hot topics. It's going to be exciting. So first and foremost, I'm going to introduce the man to my left, Handsomefellah. How's it going, man?
I'm alright still. What are you telling me? You good?
I'm not too bad, man. It's been a hectic week, yeah. But what have you been up to?
Just doing up my events, MCing, and just planning for my December.
That's right.
December pressure is getting worse.
For real. And to his right, we've got the ever so gorgeous Irabna. How are you doing today?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm not too bad. Let the people know who you are.
So I'm Irabna, a content producer and a student.
Nah, lovely to have you here.
Thanks for having me.
Nice one. The man of the hour. How you doing, Fred?
I'm good, AJ.
Yeah, I'm loving the shades, man. Yeah. How's it good, man? Let the people know who you are, brother.
Oh, okay. So AJ, so I'm Fred. I'm Frederick, yeah. And then I do MC and hosting, and then I'm a procurement specialist as well.
December, man.
Yeah.
How's that going for you? Are you planning for December?
Yeah, December. I'm planning for December. You know, when you get to December, you have a lot of parties and stuff.
So many events to come
so
to.
Many
okay.
events. But I like your shirt.
Thank you, man.
I was about to say
like
that.
Oh, thank you. KD Clothing, man, sponsored me on this t-shirt. Lovely t-shirt. It's got the 100 Ghana City note because it's a company there.
Take a deep breath.
Very bad. I had to sigh when saying it. But as much as today's show is very exciting, I do have to start it on a sad note. During a few days ago, so Davido and his family and his wife Choma, they lost their son.
Yeah.
And honestly, I send my deepest condolences to the family. It's not how you wanna end the year, and especially when his son celebrated his birthday 2 weeks ago, died by drowning apparently. So it's very, very sad news, guys. I'll start with you, Handsomefellah. Any thoughts?
Yeah, no, it is sad, and yeah, being a father myself, it's very much like it hits home a bit more different, and it just kind of just makes you love the people around you a little bit more.
100%.
And like just take life very, very seriously, but with a hint of like having fun and that, because life's too short. Clearly, like it's weird, man. It's weird.
I mean, I think personally, I mean, look at him, such a handsome boy.
Very
handsome boy. As you can see on your screens, full of life.
Very.
You know what I'm saying? Enjoying
the
himself.
energy.
Yeah.
Exactly. So it's so sad that we've lost such a beautiful soul.
Sad.
Again, condolences to the family. But that being said, I'll go to you, Rob, now. As soon as we heard the news, it was all over social media. It was flooding social media. People were making their own statements. You know what I'm saying? We had some people sending their condolences, other people being a bit controversial. I mean, what are your thoughts on that? And what are your thoughts on people releasing news a bit too early as soon as we hear such news?
So, I'll start with, I think when I heard the news, I was home and people were posting rest in peace. So for me personally, I think I didn't believe the news when I heard it. So I posted it on my status and I was like, what is happening? Because since I've not seen it, I can't jump into conclusion stating that rest in peace and all of that.
Right.
So in the morning I came to work and people were still talking about it. And I didn't want to believe that this little child is gone just like that. And it breaks my heart to see that he celebrated his birthday not long ago,
Just 2
and the
weeks.
fact that Davido and Chioma just got back together, and you can't. It's very sad. I think what hurts me the most is the fact that people are pointing fingers at Davido, that he's careless, he's this, blah, blah, blah. I feel sometimes people should just be rational.
Right.
People should sit in the shoes of others.
Yeah.
I mean, when you are poor, so excuse me, when you are poor, you don't talk anyhow. And when you are rich too, you don't talk anyhow. I feel that people sit back and then jump into conclusion, making all sorts of assumptions that Davido is careless, he traveled, left the child, blah, blah, blah. And the other people are saying that, why would you leave your child for a nanny or a maid? I mean, if you have your money and you feel that, in as much as we've seen a lot of videos of nanny bullying children and all of that, doesn't mean that we still can't give our children to people to
That's
take
their
good care.
job.
Because
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm an artist. You expect me to sit down. How do I
How does it?
produce, or how do I bring me good music for my people to enjoy? I'm supposed to travel around the world. I'm supposed to explore. I'm supposed to, people are supposed to hear my name all over Africa and all over the world. So you don't expect me to say to Nigeria because of my child and say I'm producing music without promoting
So
them.
you feel like people have been a bit insensitive?
Yes,
in a
people
way?
are good. People are being insensitive. People just don't want to understand that this is my work. I'm not supposed to be at home. I travel, I tour. I mean, it's very sad. I feel people to just relax on Davido, let him come out, let him come and explain himself, and we should all sympathize with them. That's
Right.
what I
Now
can
that
say.
being said, okay, so no, furthermore to the story, so his staff or his household staff, some were arrested, right?
Yeah.
Questioned as well. Do you think that was a bit rash? I'll ask you, Fred. Do you think that was a bit rash, or that was the right step to take?
Yeah, that was the right step to take because he actually left like the kid in their hands. So if he had come back and then, or he hadn't come back and then he heard the news, like it's good they were arrested. And then she said something that you see, Davido is an international artist.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then like he has to make time for himself, not just the kid. So if you are being paid as a nanny to take care of the kid, you have to be held responsible.
Exactly.
If something happened to the kid or something.
I
beg to differ. I
Okay.
beg to differ.
I like to- I like to
differ.
pause.
It's a bit
Yes.
mad. Like,
I
Handsomefellah,
beg to differ.
what do you say? I'll let you speak first. Then.
that's your child. Like, you have sole custody of that child. Like,
Right.
whatever responsibility you have to do and uphold, whatever matter you're in.
Yeah.
That's your
You're a
child.
father yourself, so
Yeah,
you
Good. So assuming it was Chioma at home and then the child at the end of the day still got drowned, will people say because it was Chioma? No, I think we have to be in the shoes of the nanny. You are taking care of the child.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that. You see, he asked whether how do you call it? If it was right for the nanny and then the co-workers in the house should
to be arrested. Yeah.
to be arrested and questioned. I'm saying yes because how do you call it? He left the child in the hands of the nanny.
Okay.
And then you are being paid to watch the child or cater for the child,
Exactly.
even though the daddy brings the money and everything, but it's your work.
So you had one job, basically.
Yes.
Yeah, you had one
It's
job
your work to
look
keep
after
an
that
eye.
child.
Yeah,
Okay.
like you have to watch out for the kid.
I see.
At the end of the day, you
Right.
still can't fault the nanny. I feel you can't fault.
I think when it comes to matters of such, it's very
When it
sensitive.
comes
the fact that
like,
I'm
when it
being
comes to
paid
your
to take-
invoice come through, when your
Good.
invoice
The
comes
fact
through,
that I'm
then
being
what? You're
paid
gonna
to take
fault
care of a child doesn't mean that, excuse my language, that when I'm going to the washroom, the child has to be there. No, he's a child. The moment you get up, you sit down, I'm coming. He would move around.
So where was the negligence in this
feel
scenario?
like I feel like then it's sticky.
It's very hard
but
to
like,
point
Yes.
fingers in these
Yes.
scenarios
Yes.
because
There's
so
it's
many
a
things
mistake,
like-
it's an
Yes.
accident. Yeah.
There's so many things
Good.
that you
It was
could,
an
That's true, it's an
accident.
accident.
Yeah.
It was an accident. So
was
I
an
think the
accident.
moral lesson we need to take from this is the fact that we need to cover our pools. We need
Yeah.
to make sure there are safety measures being put in place so that the children will not go near the pool. And the fact that you see the picture
Yes.
that was on the screen, the little child was always at the pool side. So if you can't, if the moment the child got missing, I feel the first thing they were supposed to do
Was
was
to check
to
the phone.
check the
Go to
pool,
the pool.
definitely.
Right.
Check the phone.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice thoughts. Okay. So that being said, we're going to move on. Okay. Now, like I said, it is a very somber issue, which again, condolences to the family. We're going to move on. Now, I'm going to ask you guys a quick question. Now, you guys are all content creators in your own rights. Okay. Now, how do you feel about copyright and your content being used without your permission? And nowadays, everyone's talking about contracts and endorsements and royalties. do you feel as a content creator, or again, Handsomefellah, you're an MC and stuff, if you're a DJ set, if you have your own DJ set, someone else is using it with your ad-libs and your tags, how do you feel when your work is not credited to you?
That's a cry.
You tend to see that. I mean, how long have you been in Ghana for? I mean, you're
been,
an international DJ, London
Yeah.
and Ghana. How long have you been in Ghana?
Been
for?
in Ghana for like 2.5 years to 3 years.
Okay.
And the way in which I came up, it was a thing of no one knew about me.
Okay. When you came to Accra?
Yeah, but when people would ask me what my name is, and I'll say Handsomefellah, they'll look at me and be like, okay. But by the end of the year,
That's it.
I was headline host for the biggest party in Accra, and then I bought another party brand here as well. So like, Accra will see things, and there's not only one of me, there's many of me.
Of course.
So people will see things that, this guy's come in, he's done this in a short period of time. How do you do it?
Right.
I'm gonna either leech on and see what he's doing so I can drag it out
Yeah.
and then leave him, or I can actually learn.
So there's a lot of, what's the word, copying, is
yeah,
it?
it's I feel like it is copying. Like,
Without crediting.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
It's stealing.
while you're straight on
stealing.
See what I
stealing.
mean? Yeah.
Theft.
Thank you.
So you feel like there are lots of content creators whose ideas or work have been stolen and not credited?
So
Or
it's
musicians sampling, if you want to call it?
Yeah.
good. It happens, but it's two ways. So I feel that, sorry to say,
Of course.
Ghanaian content creators are not creative enough.
Okay.
That is one.
Okay.
And another side is, it's nice for people to use your works. It's nice when you see that, yo, this person is using my work, this person. But the question is, have you been credited?
Right.
Yeah.
That is it. So I think when I'm taking your thing, I need to ask you, there has to be some kind of consensus between two parties.
Yes.
Oh, when you use it at the end of the day, will you credit me, blah, 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 then we are good to go. Because who doesn't like to see the work being used
being
everywhere?
published.
It's a form of flattery.
I mean,
It's- I mean-
Everyone likes
Fred,
it.
what are your thoughts
Yeah, I
on this?
actually agree with what she's saying because how they call it, you have a content of your own and then a brother wants to use it. You can't say no.
Yes.
But the thing is just, oh, okay. Even if it's a shout out or as in, oh, thanks, or you just give, if not money, or just mention the person's name. Just say, oh, so thanks to you for allowing me use this, and then we are cool.
Yeah.
Right. Now, the reason I say this is because you've heard of Kirani Ayat's story about the Ghana Tourist Authority, is it? GTA? Yeah.
GTA, Ghana
Yeah.
Tourism Authority.
Tourism, yeah. So now they shared a clip. I saw it on Twitter personally. It was a clip for an ad that they were putting out there, and Ayat's song
Yeah.
was in it. Yeah, his work was in it, and then he came out saying that he wasn't credited. Right? He wasn't. No one asked him anything at all. The GTA came back stating that it wasn't the official post and that they're just posting it. Right, so there's a lot
Always
of
an excuse.
yeah,
like
but
that.
I mean, but the good thing about it is that they've resolved the issue, right?
Yeah.
And now they're talking about it, and now they've even said that they would like to work with him in the future.
So they knew that they can resolve this, and then they came out
Exactly.
posting that.
Precisely.
So why
my
don't you do
point.
that
I
in the
mean,
first
if,
place?
I feel a leader
You get
should
it?
know what he or she is about. If you're a leader and you're at fault, accept it. Because you have taken a content which does not belong to you. So the person came up, gave a post that blah, 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 blah. Oh, yeah, we are sorry. Let's meet, let's talk, let's
that's all.
agree.
You just-
Why
let's
then would you
finalize.
come back and post that? Because you used this place, you also didn't take permission from us, so we are also seeing you for that. It
I
doesn't
see.
make you a leader.
So quickly before we continue, we've got the statement, so we can show it there on your screens, as you can see. I won't go through all of it because of time, but as you can see, it is on Twitter as well. So again, massive in capitals announcement of settlement. So, I mean, that in itself shows that again they have settled the issue. That this was on the September the 27th of this year. So again, they've settled the issue, and so I can go. Let's see for my viewers. So on September 27th, 2022, Mr. Ayat Magwan, aka Kirani Ayat, became aware that visual outtakes of his Gouda video had been used by the Ghana Tourism Authority, that's GTA, without his consent. Now, according to GTA, these visuals have been used extensively since 2019 for the production
Christ,
of
that's
various
mad.
contents promoting tourism to the country. Now, we are pleased to announce that the parties have reached an amicable agreement in settlement. Moving forward, Ayat and GTA will collaborate on a number of projects aimed at showcasing Ghana, our beautiful landscapes and exciting talents to the world. Ayat appreciates all support from the good people of Ghana throughout this process. His new project, Aisha's Son, is available now on all streaming platforms. Joint press statement issued by the GTA and Ayat's party as well. So that's amazing that they have come to this. But again, I think it does serve as some sort of notice to all content creators as well that it's good to fight for your rights.
Yeah.
Exactly, because day in and day out, I hear content creators saying, you know what, we don't get credited enough for our work. Like you said, they're not even being as creative enough because some people might be scared to showcase their stuff. You know what I'm saying? And if the GTA is coming out and saying this, then I think it's perfect. I mean, Fred, what do you think about this?
Yeah, that's true. But I think I read something on his page. He was like...
On Ayat's page, is it?
Yeah, Ayat's page. I think he said some years back he went to the GTA and then he wanted their support, I think, for a show or something, and then he got denied.
Oh.
Yeah. So like he got denied.
This was previously?
Yeah, that was previously,
okay.
before they used his. So when he got denied, he didn't say anything. He just went back to create his own thing, and then he's out on his own. So now he has made a film and everything. They are using his content without his permission.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't...
I think that was the same project he wanted them to finance.
Yeah.
So it was on the same deal. That's right. So you're right, but it was on the same project.
It was on the same project.
It was on the same
So
project. I think there was a bit of misunderstanding there. But
so
again, it's been settled. So
unfortunately, this
so
is the
it's
country we find ourselves in. When you want help, nobody will come in. But the moment you are there, that's when they come claiming ownership.
Do you think that's only in Ghana or, I mean...
Do you know it's projected
This
in
is where I
different
live,
ways
so
in
this
different
is-
countries?
Right.
But for Ghana, it's in your face.
Yes, it's sad.
see.
In
It's
your
really
face.
sad.
It's
It's
tangible.
very sad.
That's hard, man.
But the funny part of this whole thing is the fact that Ayat was not really known like that. But when this whole thing
You think
happened,
it's boosted his...
people are streaming
are
his
now
music,
streaming
and
his
in
music.
every bad there's good. In
I would
every
say
bad.
good news,
That's
bad
true.
news is
Yes.
publicity. Hey,
So I
I'm
think you
saying.
should just use this platform to, push his
100%
music. and
boost his music up,
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah.
Wow, okay. So that being said, we're talking about content creators and people who, people say gatekeepers or whatnot in this society or in this industry. Now, content creators, artists, musicians, them falling out with their managers or there being beefs within the same camp, right? We see it happen a lot. Now, the reason I say that is Shatawale and Bulldog. It's called Bulldog now. He changed it. It said Bulldog. If you type in Bulldog on the internet, you see there's dogs coming up. So it's Bulldog right now. He stated that, there's lots of back and forth going on. Okay, there's lots of back and forth going on between Bulldog's party and Shatawale's party. Now, both very vocal people now. There you have him, Bulldog on our screens right now. Very vocal human
big
being,
man
you know what I'm saying?
himself.
Big man himself.
Big man.
And him going against Shatawale as well. Very vocal person. So, you got
Does he
two...
smile?
He doesn't smile. I don't know. I haven't seen a picture of him smiling.
That was me.
Very serious.
He does
guy.
smile sometimes.
Yeah, very jovial guy. Again, I've got so much love for the two parties, but it's always hard to see such phenomenal people. Again, Shatawale, the Don himself. It's always sad to see two phenomenal people going at it or going for their necks, for each other's necks. So, where do I even start with this? Because the situation here is very, very serious. We're talking about, murder. You know what I'm saying? Allegedly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So Shatawale is coming out saying certain things about Bulldog, the certain claims. Now, before we get into the details right now, just in general, is it good or no, of course it's bad, but what do you make of celebrities and their managers or their camps having such arguments and then certain things being leaked out? I'll start with you, Rob. Now, ladies first, let's go. Yeah.
Go shoot.
So I think that what is happening between Shatawale and Bulldog is, I don't know how to put it, but it's sad. It doesn't speak well of both parties. It's not mature, like they are not putting out, they are not acting like adults.
Right.
Excuse my language. They are not acting like adults.
Okay.
Because I feel that we are working with humans, and no matter what, there will be some
Disagreements.
back and forth here and there. But it's up to both of you on how you get back on track, work together, put out good music. I think it all boils down to maturity. Because if, let's say I'm working with you and then there's a disagreement.
Right.
I feel one person should be the foolish one and one person should
the bigger person?
Bigger person.
Right.
Yo, what you did, I didn't like it. How can we resolve this? Let's get back. Let's move on. But where it has gotten to, I feel they should just arrest both parties.
Oh, is that what you think?
Because when Shatawale posted something, now
Yeah.
the police have also released
Invited him.
a
Yeah,
statement and
Yeah.
then they've invited him. Now you've said something. If you're not able to prove, or if you're not able to assist the police to catch whoever that is involved, one, you will be sued for defamation of character
Right.
in the court of law,
False
in the
accusations,
competent
yeah.
jurisdiction. You'll be sued for defamation of character.
Right.
So now you've stated this. Bulldog 2 is also has posted some parts of your album.
So I'll get into that quickly.
Yeah.
Now, that
So
being said...
my question is, what is the end game? If both parties have decided that, yo, Bulldog, you are not managing me again, fair enough, just pick your broken pieces, move on to another person, sign another person. If you don't want to manage anybody
You
again.
think that he can get some of that magnitude? I mean, Shatawale could Bulldog get another Shatawale to replace and manage?
Whoever thought that Black Sheriff would be Black Sheriff today?
So it's possible.
It's the
No,
word
but-
itself is
but you
impossible.
see,
Everything is possible.
No, if I stand to be corrected,
Yeah.
your point is that are you trying to say it's Bulldog who brought out Shatawale? Because
Well, you managed him.
No, I think I watched the video of Shatawale and Shatawale was claiming that Bulldog never managed him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
but he actually managed Bulldog. I don't know. He has
Because there's a fight, so he will come out and say, but we all growing up, we all knew that Bulldog managed
heard
Shatawale. Yeah,
stating
so
that
you can't
Bulldog
come
was
out and
drawing
say.
a fish
see,
and all of
Shatawale-
that. There's so many. I mean, Shatawale plays a lot.
Yeah.
But
This is what I'm
in
saying,
terms of the actual work, was he his actual manager? And
Yes.
How we
You
meant to
disagree?
know in the camp? Like, we don't know. So
Yeah, we
like,
don't know, but
we know how Shatawale is, and he's very extrovert, and he says some stuff.
that's true.
Some
Like
jokes
he talks.
yeah,
Good.
very
But-
vocal man.
Bear in mind, right now, this whole situation is going on. What's he done like 2 weeks ago? He's just released a track. It boosts up his sales.
Now, that being said,
So
now you
there's
did
that side
mention,
of
we
things as
mentioned
well.
track list, right? So
Yes.
now, Bulldog is I call him a strategist, right? A chess player, both of them. They're very smart men. Now, he's released a half track list.
Yeah.
Right? Now, before we talk about that, I do have the track list on our screen so you can see that.
Can
now,
you
these are
imagine?
some massive
And he
names.
even
I
got,
tell
he got
you.
the massive hitters.
He's got John
John
Legend,
Legend.
Popcorn, he's got Vibes Cartel, Naira Marley,
Stefflon Don, can you
know what I'm
imagine?
saying? Collaboration enabled by your godfather and brands and manager, Deportee as well. I mean, so, wow, we have all the tracks on the album. Let's not keep the fans waiting, please. 2022 is ending,
Ending,
no
boss
boss
man.
man. He's called out Baba Siddiq
Baba
as well,
Siddiq,
humble
man.
yourself before him. Plead with him
Is
to
he-
lead you to Blacko and beg
This-
for a
This is
collab.
So this is my problem.
Petty.
I have
Now,
with Bulldog.
let me read this, guys, quickly. Now, that's the only collaboration the world would love to hear on the GOG album. Imagine Shatta and Blacko, Idris Usage at Deportee advised to you about Blacko some years ago, but you nearly killed him. You see him now.
Can you imagine?
So this is God saying that it's imperative, okay, that Shatta Wale has Blacko on that album. What do you guys think about? I'll let Fred go into this quickly. Now, do you think that Blacko has to be on this album for it to be? I mean, that's a big track list right there.
that's a
The
big
names
track
on there
list.
are not
The
any
names,
small
yeah.
names. What are your thoughts?
That's true. You see, assuming Shatta had Blacko on his list wouldn't be bad. But my problem with Bulldog right now is the tweet he tweeted. He shouldn't have added the ending, like the last.
Which parts in particular?
Where he was like Blacko. I think someone where he said he should beg. For
Right, Baba
Blacko's
Siddiq, yeah,
featuring-
so yeah.
No. Shatta Wale is a big man on his own.
Right.
How can you tell Shatta Wale to go and beg Blacko? No, he has been in the industry.
So there you see right
Yeah,
there. So please
that's-
call Baba Siddiq now. Humble yourself before him.
How?
Plead with him to lead you to Blacko and beg for a collab.
Collaboration.
That's the only collaboration the world would love to hear on the GOG album.
No.
Wow.
No.
I mean, you see it
say
for
no.
yourself.
No.
You don't think that Shatta need... So you're saying that it would be nice for
Yes,
him to be
would
on
be
there,
nice, but you can't
but
say
it
he
wouldn't shake
No,
the album.
No.
Handsomefellah, what do you think?
Do you know what? Yeah, pressure is getting worse.
West
That's one. Two. No matter how many big names you have in an album, if the
Yeah,
album, if
Popcorn.
the content inside the album is cool, then cool.
Yeah.
And the names match. If you got all these big names and your album's crap, and he's not playing in the clubs or in the bars or whatever, then it's irrelevant. So if Blacko was on the album, wasn't on the album, it's still going to be there.
It still goes there.
It's still going to be
yeah,
about.
still gonna be
If
about.
Blacko was on the album and the track is fire, watch the whole of Ghana shake.
Of course.
But Blacko could shake Ghana on his own right now.
You mean Shatta Wale, you mean?
Shatawale
Yeah.
and
Blacko. Both of them in their own
they
rights,
can,
yeah.
you know, they can shake Ghana now. Blacko's shaking Ghana now.
The album.
And he's not even here.
Exactly.
Like,
the
you get what I'm
album is
saying?
phenomenal.
That's
yeah.
true.
The album's great.
Now, that being said, Rob, I'm going to ask you this question, okay? Do you think Borgod went too far? Do you think do you think it was necessary for him to release that track list? Was it needed? Apparently, he's against Shatta Wale right now. Was that a publicity stunt? Was that, you know, a little twist in the spanner? Let me hear your thoughts on that.
I think, in as much as Bulldog talks a lot, I was expecting him to play the maturity cards here. So even if Shatta Wale goes live, we know him for that. He's used to that. Shatta Wale, he's a controversial person.
Very controversial.
So I was expecting Bulldog to be, yo, I'm used to this. Just do whatever you want to do. And let me just play the maturity. Let me just sit back. You get tired. Ghana, you can trend just for 1 to 3 days, 4 days. Nobody tends to.
You're right.
Except Akufo-Addo, nobody can trend for him.
Now, you mentioned the word controversial.
Yes.
Right, so we've got a bit more of the context that Borgod stated. I'm going to read it out there. He says, you are wrestling against time, and no man has ever won that battle. Very strong words there. You have lost already, time has beaten you. I am at my family house and improperly dressed in my cheap jalabia. Come beat me. Love always, bro, for life is for life.
Oh.
Heavy rains.
Hashtag depend on God.
Heavy
Hashtag
rain.
Shikra and Shura Adum Masada. Is that correct? Shikra and Shura Adum Masada. Okay. I hope I got that right. Now you see a picture there of Borgod and they've been Cody's or friends for a while now. So it's really sad to hear this. Now that being said, there's even stronger allegations. Now we all heard of Kwankes's manager passing away. Now for Shatta to make such allegations, like we said initially, that Borgod knows something about it. That's serious allegations there.
I think he went too far.
That's the statement there we see right now. So now, Bulldog, since you are bringing out secrets, you will tell Ghanaians what happened to Phoenix's murder. And I am not joking about it this time. I am ready to tell the court about what you told me about you and your men and how you planned that foolish act. Get ready, he says. This Akufo-Addo won't give you a murder chance to be on our streets. Watch how this ends. You can't fight me. These are really, really, really strong words I'm seeing here. Now, like you said, Arab, this will go to the police. The Ghana police have called for more evidence. And now, if Shatta can or can't prove this...
He's still going to be releasing tracks. This is what no one seems to get. So he's still going to be releasing music.
Do you think that will happen, though? Do you think that...
I feel like it's all, like, it's deeper than what it is. I get that. However...
At what expense, though?
In the expense of, like, now you're releasing leaked album track lists to, like, murder allegations of someone who's very much poignant in the music industry, like Paul Kessie.
So,
but
I
feel there's still an element of, all right, cool, let's be strategic, because you got stuff on me, I got stuff on you. You know I've got an album coming out. I want the world to kind of shake a little bit to see what's really going on.
Like,
however, it's deep on the fact that I feel like it's a little bit more tangible.
Well, it's quite sensitive.
There's certain things that have been said.
Would this be the right media or publicity that you would need to promote an album?
No.
That is, if it's a publicity stunt.
No. So when this whole thing started initially, I felt like this, because it's about to release an album, so this might be a stance or good. Because Shatta is full of anything. You can expect anything from him. But when I saw the murder, I was like, no, this has gone beyond.
It's gone deep.
Right.
Yes. And this cannot be a joke. You can't tell Ghana police that I was joking or he would be arrested.
Now, that being said, now obviously, since he's brought this out, that would mean that he'd had the knowledge prior, right? Now, would that make him some sort of an accomplice?
Yes.
Because
he had kept
because he had the
yeah,
information.
because he had the
You know what I'm
information.
saying?
Asking the
Exactly.
right
He will
question.
So,
Yeah, that's
Fred,
true.
I want to hear Fred's take on this.
Yeah, that's true. You see what he just said? So meaning he knew something about it.
Yeah.
Even though if you don't have a hand in it, but you knew how it conspired and everything. Because he said right there that you and his men
Yeah.
had planned how
Yeah.
to take him out. So meaning if Shatta Wale, you know about this thing, then meaning you in person, you should be like, if not
Questioned.
queried, yeah, at least. Because you knew this and then you kept it to yourself. So if not for Bull God stepping on your toes, you wouldn't have come out to tell us this.
Because you would have
That-
just kept it
And
in.
now
Of course, I mean,
Shatta is
yeah.
putting himself out that the moment you fight with me, I'm fighting you back as a friend. If we've been friends before and I know anything about you, if you're no longer talking, I'm bringing
Would
it
you
up.
say that it's a battle of egos?
I feel
Partially.
he has.
Because I mean, they're two very vocal men. Are they just choosing not to back down? Are they choosing, okay, you know what, I have information on you, you have
Good.
information of you on me, let's battle it out and see who, and it could be very detrimental to both parties.
Yeah.
Both parties, I mean, this is a murder case here we're talking
It's
about,
a
a very
murder
sensitive case
Yeah.
here. Could both parties be trialed, or tried in court?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, could it
One
affect
for
the album
conspiracy,
in, the
one
album
for
in a
actually-
negative way?
With the album,
With
since
the-
we
with
have
the
someone
album.
like Steph London,
John Legend,
John Legend.
Popcorn, Vibes
Popcorn,
Cartel.
The album will
if
sell.
indeed, because now people are saying that there is no album.
Yeah,
There's
I
no-
think I heard something
people
like that.
are saying that
That
Shatta has no
has
album.
no content, he
Yes,
has nothing
just
about
want
it.
people to
He
still
just-
talk about him, blah blah
For
blah.
what cause or for what reason? Just
I don't
because of
know.
Shatta? I mean, I'm not. Examples like Vibes Cartel, for instance, you've had him on there, right? Now, Vibes Cartel had a case himself where he went to prison, murder charge, all of that back
He's
in
in
the
there
day.
for life.
Exactly. And he released an album out after that, and it did very well because of the news around it. Again, it's not the most idealistic way to release content or promotion for an album,
Yeah.
but nowadays social media has no limits whatsoever.
Marketing
I
is
mean, do you think the
marketing,
marketing is getting out of hand these days?
Yeah.
I feel people feed on sensational stories sell faster than.
Even though at the expense of other people. I mean,
In Ghana, that's what
look
we
how
like.
it's affected Kwakese, for instance. Kwakese has like suffered a lot.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean,
'cause he
people,
has
In
gained
people,
Ghana-
that-
people
he has
pointing
gained-
fingers at himself. You know what I mean. So you're
In
saying
Ghana,
in
that's
Ghana,
what let's say Kwesiasa has donated something to an orphan, it would not go far. But Shatta Wale killed this. Go and look at the views. Over 10,000 people have gone to like
That's
it.
true. Because Ghanaian
I
likes
see.
negativity.
Sensational
Like
stories,
sensation.
they sell
Negativity.
faster, trust me.
speaking of
So-
sensational stories, we've
yeah.
got the statement from the police. So do we have it on our screen? So police statement on Shatta Wale's tweet regarding the late Fennec Ochre. Now it's it's numbered down. So I'll read it now. The number one: the attention of the Ghana Police Service has been drawn to a tweet by Charles Niamar Mensah Jr., popularly known as Shatta Wale, regarding the death of artist manager Fennec Ochre. Now, the police have made contact with Shatta Wale, who is cooperating with us on this matter. The police would like to put on record that the recently established cold case unit has been working for months on all unresolved murder cases, including that of Fennec Ochre, with support from the affected families. The new development from Shatta Wale is therefore going to complement our ongoing investigation. We would like to take this opportunity to thank all the families who have been working with the cold case unit since its establishment for the cooperation and for their cooperation and understanding. We wish to assure the public that the police will continue to work relentlessly on these cases in order to bring closure to the affected families. Now, it's very clear that the police do want the evidence. They've taken this tweet very serious.
Of course they will.
They will probe into it a bit more,
Yeah.
right? I mean, let's conclude the story now. I mean, Fred, like, what's the outcome of this? How will this unfold? Because in the next few weeks, we're gonna hear probably more stories of this.
That's true.
More stories will unfold. Both parties will probably say more. I mean, let's wrap up the story, and I'll take
Yeah, that's
Fred's
true,
last
'cause
statement.
right now, at first I was thinking this whole beef was a publicity, like a trick for him to just sell his GOG album. But now, of which there is a murder case and everything, I think. And then I saw another tweet of someone also putting another murder on Shatta Wale about Ebony and then a Vibrant Fire's death. I don't know if Shatta Wale has replied to that tweet, but I don't know. It's alleged though. But to cut all story short, I think the issue is now worse. the issue has gotten to the police hand. And then,
Because it's out of hand.
yeah, it's getting out of hand. So I would suggest that Shatta Wale just works, as in he cooperates with the police and then just bring everything to.
Okay.
And he should also bear in mind that when things get settled, he will still be arrested.
Yeah.
That is,
How?
You think
yes.
No, he will.
If they arrest Bulldog, he will still be arrested.
as an
How?
accomplice?
Yes, because you knew this and you didn't tell anybody.
No, but now he has said it.
He will still be arrested. That is the
But
law.
what charge exactly
No,
that would
no.
you do?
Conspiracy.
Okay.
He will still be arrested.
So for questioning and all
Yes.
of that as well, okay?
He
I
will
think we've got a
still be.
tweet in. Let's double check that. Right, now, Sir John, whatever weed brand Sarkodie and Stoneboy been taking, kindly recommend same for Shatta Wale. Man has issues for real. That's from Sir
I
John.
like this tweet.
Twilight with the gun flag says, how can John Legend and Shatta Wale be on one song, Care versus all of me as well? Let's see, with a laughing face emoji. That's from Twilight. Now, Unruly King says, nobody they preach about loyalty past Shatta Wale, but anytime there's misunderstanding in his camp, man go sell out big time, and little by little we all getting used to his act. I be SM fan, but he for relax on some issues, no be giddy giddy. That's from Unruly King. Now, the ever so controversial Bongo idea says, AMG Medical for your own good, break ties with Shatta Wale now. He's going to reveal, I'm guessing he's going to reveal all your secrets soon when things go bad. That might end your career. Keep all receipts and amicably part ways with him. Do it now. Bye.
I agree.
Now,
Pressure.
Bongo idea is, ever so controversial. Now,
Very.
he's mentioned AMG Medical.
Yeah.
What is that
But-
going
but
to do?
just
Now,
had to
people are,
sleep, like, man,
Medical's
just
in his bed
He's just in his
chilling.
bed
He's
chilling,
waking
like,
up, made a song called Secampe Day, and he's like, whoa, Bongo, why now? You know what I'm saying?
No,
What do you guys
I
think?
personally, I've been saying this thing, I think, this week, that Medical should learn from what is happening. He should be ready for anything.
Right.
He should be ready, because now they move together.
Yeah, I
Good.
think they are
So-
best friends, as you
Good.
said.
Yeah, he
So
was at
should
his
expect
birthday party. I
anything.
saw
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
He
So,
should just be ready.
so you're saying that birds of the same feather flock together?
I'm not saying that.
Are you okay? So what are you saying
Just
then?
say
Are you
that.
saying that? Are you saying
Be on
henceforth-
guard, my guy.
henceforth-
Yes.
Be on guard.
Yes, because
Yeah,
Shatta
there's
can
a
just
warning
switch
to-
on you
to
and then
switch
say
and just
things you are not
expose
even
things.
aware. Yes.
There's no filter.
Facts.
But I think one problem I have with people is that, you see, they don't get to understand Shatta Wale. You see, he's one person that when you step on his toes, he won't forgive you.
Does he understand himself?
Wonderful.
No, he
Ask
himself,
the question
He
again.
doesn't even understand him. Someone like this, who?
You see, he doesn't understand himself. That's why he's saying that, like, whatever a brother does onto you, he also do you the same. So when you bring an information out of, like, bringing a secret of him out, he also bring you.
He doesn't even understand what bro code is. He
Oh no,
doesn't
so
You reckon?
so when you know what's
He
broken,
doesn't.
why would you bring his out?
Are you saying that these issues or this issue could have been resolved in-house?
Yes.
Yes.
Good.
Of course.
Yes.
And they need to come out on social
No,
Yes.
media?
no.
I think
The first
it
tweet
just
you
got
read,
too deep. It just got too deep.
very too personal. I
To the
think
point where
emotional
it's now
intelligence
like this.
it didn't occur
It wasn't
to any
played.
of them.
Okay. So both parties are at fault in some way.
Very.
Yeah.
Yeah, but me, I would blame Bulldog, because if he hadn't done that, Shatta wouldn't have done
Yeah,
that.
but what did Shatta do to Bulldog for Bulldog to say
We
what
know
he said?
Shatta for
But
that.
Shatta didn't do
so
anything.
Bulldog played the maturity card, said that, yo, Shatta, this is who you are. Let me just leave you.
But
Let's
you see,
sleep
you
in
get,
just like.
it's
Let me
deeper than that.
Yes, so now the
Shatta must
issue
have
is
said something to trigger him to the point where he's doing that.
You reckon?
Yeah, facts.
No.
Because it could have,
Fred-
this could have
Fred
been sorted
disagrees
out.
with
Shatta
that.
hasn't said anything. You see, Bulldog's issue is that Shatta has kept the GOG album for quite long. He hasn't released it. That's his issue. That's
That's his issue.
Bulldog's issue. Yes, Shatta hasn't said anything to Bulldog.
So therefore you must leak it and then
Yeah,
on top of that.
yeah, for him leaking the audio, that's what Shatta also brought about. He, like, the murder case
Has Bull got a hand in the
Album
management
leak.
of the album?
of the album.
Yeah.
Potential
No,
murder
you see,
case.
for
Like, it
some
doesn't
time
balance.
now-
He's not your manager. So how did he get to the album list?
Facts. Like,
How
let's
did he
ask
get-
questions.
So you must have some
I feel
sort
we,
of hand.
sorry to say, we shouldn't take Shatta serious sometimes. It's sad when you meet a child on the street and ask the person that, who are the top 3 artists in Ghana? You
You
hear
went to
Star,
Shatta.
Stoneboy and
That's
Shatta.
it,
A big
that's-
artist who behaves like this. Come on.
If it was uncalled
Come
for.
on. Ha.
Yeah? Now
It's
we're
sad.
gonna move on. Now very, very hot. So we've got a tweet before we move on to our next story. We've got a tweet. So Blah Yao said, Shatta Wale, they release secrets instead of releasing his album. Like you rightly said, that N-word, no be serious. Now, Presida, I am Presida says, Shatawale is the kind that can destroy his own legacy while having no hater engineering. That's very
Thank you.
strong and smart words there from Presida. Have you got any more tweets? From Don, he says, big case way Shatawale carry come like that. Someone is definitely going to prison. Again, it's a murder case. Kwesi Picasso, if Shatawale and Bulldog are doing all this to promote the GOG album, please, they should stop. We beg them, because where if they go there, it's too nasty. Again, guys, you've seen it for yourself. It's getting
What's that?
like the people say. We're going to wrap that story up, and now we're going to go into...
Oh, no, wait, before
the
you wrap
next-
it up, I'm not going to lie, Shatawale is a wicked artist. And he
No,
does
great
his
artist.
job.
Great,
However,
yeah, as a
bro,
good artist, yeah.
Like, he's a great artist.
Very, very talented.
Like,
very.
he's the only person, or one of the only people that I know that you can go to his concert and he won't even sing. Everyone will sing.
Everyone sings his
I feel
song.
what he's good
Facts.
at, he understands the show business.
Of course.
Yeah.
He rides on every opportunity, make his money, make sure that
Make the
people
fame, everything.
stream
Phenomenal
his
artist.
music.
You
He
can't
understands
deny
the
it.
business.
You can't deny it. Worked
Yes.
with very big names, Beyonce,
Yes.
etc. I guess all we can
Bro,
do is
like,
wait till it
mad.
unfolds
I
and
can also
see
tell you that
what happens.
the post he posted, I think 2 days today or 3 days today, he will sit back and say, yo, what have I done? I have regretted, but he can't come out and tell us. So we do things without thinking. You understand? So let's
Of
see
course.
what will happen. Yeah.
Guys, okay,
Crazy.
now, statements made. You said the pressure is getting worse.
What's
How's it been for you guys in Ghana in the past few months, or at least the past few weeks? Because the way tensions are rising, it's like every week prices are just
Only
going
tension
up.
is rising.
Oh, no.
Everything
Only
is
tension.
rising. I mean,
Only tension is rising.
Fuel prices are going up. Food is
Listen,
expensive.
everything is
I mean,
rising.
like, you tell me. You went to London recently, Handsomefellah,
Yeah.
and you've been back. I mean, how is it out there? And I mean, I've been in Ghana for 11 months. I haven't been back yet. So, comparing the two countries right now, what's going on?
I think they're the same.
It's the same?
Yeah, the
is it
only
as
thing
bad
is-
in England right now?
Yeah. Like, the only thing is that in England you walk on tarmac and you have pavements.
So the system
Here
works?
you have gutter and red sand.
Okay.
It's like, it's the same thing.
But I
Same
mean, like in
situation.
England, people are getting paid every month. The pay can actually like sustain their livelihood if you want to. You understand? Do you think that's the same in Ghana, though?
I think it's the same everywhere, but the way in which the problems are presented in Ghana is very much in your face.
I see.
In the UK, you're covered by good healthcare. You're covered by, there's a structure.
Yeah.
When you get paid on that day.
Right.
Ghana, when you get paid, you're literally asking your manager.
Someone said,
Before your salary
to
comes
be
in,
like-
you're even owing people.
This is what I'm saying.
Someone
Like,
said they
That's
get
true.
paid for transportation, like just to get to work. That's all their pay can do. It just gets them to work and back and forth.
Yeah.
It's hard right now. I mean, the reason I say this is because I don't know if you guys have heard of the whole Trotro incident that happened over 2 Ghana cities.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, in La Paz, where a conductor and his driver had a massive row with a passenger because there was an increment on the fare and the driver, the passenger didn't agree to it. He said, why has the fare gone up, right? From, I think it was 550 to 7 cities.
So increments of 2 cities.
Exactly, and before we get into the story, I do have the video for you guys, okay? So I'm just going to play the video, and then after that, we'll come back and discuss it quickly. We have the video, guys.
Fellow Ghanaians, as the French would say, l'argent n'aime pas le bruit. To wit, money does not like noise. Sika impet dede. Where there's chaos, where there's noise, where there's... Fellow Ghanaians, as the French would say, l'argent n'aime pas le bruit. To wit, money does not like noise. Sika impet dede.
So there you see it.
I like the French
The
part.
president, yeah, I mean, he said it in
He's showing
French,
education.
he said it in English, said it in Twi, and the president has said it. I mean, he's agreeing with us, like, c'est quand même pédé. But that means that the people are suffering, so they have to make noise. You know what I'm saying? Hence the whole Trotro incident that happened. Sorry, we didn't play that video initially for you, but if we can have that video now, or actually, you know what? Before we get into that video, actually, let's do talk about the whole Sikan Pedede thing, right? Now, rightly, so I'm wearing a 100 Ghana. It doesn't reflect what's in my pocket. Trust me. I'm wearing this to probably motivate myself. You know what I'm saying? Again, shout out to KD Clothing for this T-shirt. Now, what does that mean to you guys? Sikan Pedede. I mean, I'll start with you, Rob. Now, Sikan Pedede. Money doesn't like noise. What does that mean to you?
It's a whole lot. So I think everybody was expecting the president to address us because of the time we find ourselves in and a whole lot of that. So I think that I was with two friends and we were waiting for him to just start the whole thing. He was speaking, and all of a sudden, as the Frenchman would say, what, lampele, when you see, hey, easy on us. Then he went to Cree, he went to English. I was like, what is happening? So my other friend said that this thing will become a trend. And it has become a trend. Now, he can't pay it. So first and foremost, what he said was needless.
Yeah.
It was uncalled for. That thing he said, come and address us. Let us know the measures that you are going to put in place for the economy to be okay, for the youth to feel okay, for parents to...
So you're saying that he didn't address the issue?
He did not tackle anything. There was nothing. It felt like Babe will see a time class and count.
Like you said, you went to meet your friends, so people are actually like stopping work, people are leaving places early just to go and see how the president is going to address the nation.
Nothing. And I was reading comments, and sometimes it's sad when people tend to insult the person leading the country.
Right.
And I feel as a leader, you need to know what you stand for. You need to put measures in place so that people will not even insult
you. Is the leader leading?
A leader, you are leading. And when you come and tell the can't pay it, and so what?
We're going to delve into a bit more, but before we get into that, guys, I've got some tweets from our people. Now, Kafui Komla says, that Sikan Pedede tweet is the most hilarious tweet I have read. Hey, nah. We are indeed in the end times. As for Kafui Komla, we've got another tweet. Robbie Flack says, I mean, there's useless and there's this present government. Nothing to ease our suffering. Yet you came to our homes to tell us you can't pay the day. Wow. Oh, fine, he said. Confidential 14 says, I now understand why robbers don't enter our homes, but they rather sneak. Thanks, Ronaldo. Samuel Sesta says, the president, Nana Addo says, we're talking so much about the city, that is why it is dropping. Akosia Tuntun Sensei says, Sikan Pedede was just another way of saying, oh, here you're noisy. Wow. Janks 18 says, plenty talks and PDF when you were in opposition. Now that it's your turn to show action, all you had to say was Sikan Pedede, we are doomed, bro. Blayao, Sikan Pedede on a national TV while addressing citizens in hard times. Nanado, no, they rate Ghanaians cause so he's fed up there. Now Blayao again said that the way Nanado gets Vim come tweet this
guy's angry.
Say Sikan Pedede, dear, by next year now he finish week. Baby Amma Sheikh says, so all our complaints be dedicated here. Saying how. Abdul Latif says, when I tell you Adol D is the hardest guy in the country, I am not joking. Man said we are suffering because we talk too much. When we are only asking for better conditions than the hardships his government put us in. Sika Impedede. Man, oh man. The people are speaking.
Disappointment.
And I always say Ghana is such a beautiful country because amongst all the chaos, we still find ways to not just laugh about it, but ease our sorrows because we don't want chaos in this country. We don't want a coup. We don't want the country to turn upside down because that would be worse than what it is right now. So there's so much love in this country. The people show so much love, but clearly the people are fed up. Clearly the people want change. They don't want some change. You know what I'm saying? They want change. And I mean, guys, let me ask you, I'll start with Handsomefellah if I go on to Fred. Do you think this was necessary? Do you think this was the right time for the president to make such a statement as the people have said on Twitter?
Is any time a right time for him to say something like that? Like there's that side of things, but I don't think it was probably like the most baddest timing ever because you can see your people going mad. Do you get it? Like we're not happy. Like everything's going up unprovoked. No one's got a reason.
Yeah.
The only reason that we can go to is the president, and then this is what you're coming out with.
Right.
We're pissed. So I understand.
I like that you said that. Like, are we angry enough?
We are not.
Let's take this very. Let's take this very, very seriously now because this does affect us as a youth, right? I'm a Ghanaian youth. I need to sustain myself, right? I need to make sure when I'm working, right, the money I earn, right, can look after myself, can look after my family. I mean, people my age are in their 30s, late 20s, the Ghanaian youth are watching right now. They need to make sure if I go to work every single day, the money I earn can sustain me to the end of the month, pay my rent, look after myself, right? Now you come on TV and say, "Sikam Pedede." How are the Ghanaian youth going to reply to that? I mean, you've come on again. Someone said when you're in opposition, those PDF and all sorts of things said. There were sky trains. Someone said, I saw on the news recently that there was 2 million cedis spent on the sky train project. Where is that money all gone?
Where's the sky?
Why? Where is anything?
The sky
There's
train?
free SHS going on right now, right? It's abysmal. The kids are not.
How is that even functioning?
I saw a
the free
video
SHS?
of 4 kids sharing one sardine. Bro, like, come on, let's take this very, very serious. We're the Ghanaian
4
youth.
is even
we
better.
are the future here, right? When the older generation are no longer here, right, and they will go someday, right?
Yeah.
That's not me wishing any bad on anyone whatsoever, but they will go. Time will tell. We will be the ones to come into power. Now, there's 2 things, right? It's either we do the same thing that they're doing right now and affect the youth, the future behind us,
'cause we're better.
or we become better citizens of our country. This is our country, right? And we change the dynamic and make sure that we have a better Ghana, right? I mean, Fred, what do you think
You should
about
run for
this?
president.
Fred, I'd like to hear your thoughts
The
on
day
this.
you see the date came out that there will be a press release from the president. I think you made mention of something. Everybody, like the whole nation, was expecting him to come and say something that could cool us down, like that could calm us down. But he bringing in this Sikam Pedede attitude, I felt it's a mockery, like making fun out of the people. So indirectly, you see there was a tweet that came out, and then the meaning of that tweet to me was that, okay, so he's trying to say that those who have money aren't talking.
Right.
So those who are making the noise are the poor. There was a tweet that came like that.
Yeah.
So how can a president, I'm not speaking ill or anything, but just for you to come and give us something just to calm us down. Okay, so the price of fuel is increasing, the dollar is increasing. Okay, so we have structured in plan, like just to bring everything down, and then you come and tell us Sika MPDD.
It's a bit of a little stab.
It's a
It's a little low blow to the people. And
see,
you mentioned, sorry to cut you, brother. You mentioned fuel prices, right? Fuel prices. Now, I mentioned a story before about this Chotro driver and his conductor, the 2 city incidents. Now, people are fighting, right? Almost killing someone, right? Over 2 cities. Now, clearly, that 2 cities means a lot to these people. And I'm not, like, downplaying the scenario, but it is, every city counts right now. Every peso counts right now. Now, we have that video, right? So I'm going to play the video quickly, and then we'll come back and discuss the scenario. Have we got the video, guys? There we have it. It's getting tensious. Like you said, Handsomefellah, they killed him, but allegedly he didn't die, right? Allegedly, so he went to hospital and he survived the incident afterwards. Now, that being said, now you just made that statement. Do you think we rush too quickly when incidents like this happen? Should better measurements be taken? I mean, the country's in a rave right now. Ambulance service, I don't see no ambulance there myself. I don't see proper help being needed. There's water being poured on an unconscious guy. His head wasn't being put in the right posture.
Was a taxi that conveyed him.
There was a what, sorry?
A taxi that conveyed him.
There was a taxi conveying him. There was not, I mean, so there's so many incidences or problems going on in one scenario right here. What are your thoughts, guys? Rab Namin?
I feel this thing is sad because, like you stated earlier, that every peso counts. But you can't fault the mate, neither can you fault the church driver. I mean, we are in a country where we all know that fuel prices have been increased.
Right.
I feel sometimes some Ghanaians overreact.
Right.
2 cedis is money at the same time. Would you choose
It's
2
not
cedis
worth-
over your life?
Exactly.
I mean, some things are not worth fighting for. You've been told that, oh, the fare has been increased. Just pay. No, pay. Why would you fight over 2 cedis? I feel sometimes people just want to take things so personal that, no, I mean.
I understand. So you're saying that there could have been a better way to resolve
Better way.
the
Oh,
whole
mate,
issue.
my shorty into the G1 CD. Nyame adona Michelle, mate, I can ask him patron my shorty.
I think
It's
you would
communication.
have been reasonable.
Yes, why
or-
would you fight over 2
communication.
cedis?
Oh, I think-
Assuming you
but-
died, are you going to tell God that now make 2 cedis? Some things
That's
are
true.
that.
Yeah,
But
Fred,
you
I
see,
mean, let me hear what you have to say.
How do you call it? I think the GPLTU came out with a press statement that the increment was supposed to be 15%.
Right.
And then the drivers and the conductors themselves said they won't do 15%,
Don't
but rather
add that to the
30%.
15%.
So I think, yeah. So you see, for the guy fighting in the car with the how do you call it, the
The
driver and
main-
the
yeah.
conductor,
Conductor, yeah.
to me it wasn't like it wasn't
Appropriate,
reasonable though.
yeah.
But for this to happen, you can't say it's the government though. But even though there are increments of everything, but I feel the drivers also have
A
a
part to
role,
play.
a part to play in this.
Definitely.
Because the how they call it, the statement that came out was like 15%, and then you said you would do it 30%.
So your point is, it doesn't matter
It doesn't.
how much the increment is. What matters is that it should have been increased based on
Based
the
on the
15%,
15%,
and not the 30%.
and not the 30%, 'cause-
So it's not. I don't. So maybe in this scenario, the driver might have been like, you know, it's not the 2 cedi, it's the amount you're putting on it. It's not fair that you're putting that amount on there. So both parties could be,
And it's still communication.
of course.
It's still communication.
agree.
You don't sit in throw and then fight over.
then fight
And somebody
over,
could have
that's
paid it for him. I
Good.
heard
Yeah,
that
that's
the driver turned all the way back to the
And I
bus.
expect
then-
our
how
mothers to
it
be
is.
doing this, but for a man to, I mean,
Are we going to play the gender game here? Yeah.
no, but we don't know
Open
that.
the floodgates.
No, we don't know that our mothers, when they sit in car, mates, Jimmy,
Yeah,
like
they talk
it's something
about
that they
it,
do.
like,
Men,
yeah.
when you tell them
Men,
this, that oh,
they don't
yo.
they just give it out to them.
But for a man to get down,
But
hand to
doesn't
hand,
this just like,
come on,
doesn't this just show how hard the country is right
good.
now?
Yeah.
I mean, like, it's frustrating people.
It is.
People are getting really
Tired.
angry and tired. And at what point will people say, you know what, enough is enough?
Is when the youth, I think the youth are not angry enough. And then the second thing is the leaders in position are also not taking us serious. I think I have a problem when people tend to take what he said as a joke, that he can't pay this, he can't pay. They say Adani Newton, he can't pay this. It's sad. It breaks my heart when I see people posting it. What are we doing about it? What are the measures being put in place that the president is killing us?
Right.
We need to do something. Our mothers should do something. Everybody should come as one. Let's put things in place that it's either he steps down, it's either I think we can do
Very
something
controversial.
about it. And another thing is that we are sick and tired of both parties, MPP, NDC. The constitution can be changed at any given time. If, let's say, we have someone who is willing to put Ghana on the map, that Ghana should be a developing country, or Ghana should be a developed country, let's give that person the opportunity. So that when it happens like that, the only thing that we need to do is to change the constitution.
Well, that person's got to be
Okay,
practical.
I agree. I mean, guys, very good thoughts here. Very
Good.
good opinions here. I mean, I would like to have you guys back on the show. I'm saying we don't have enough time right now, okay? And guys, we always try to bring you the hottest topics and try to finish it within time. But like I said, there's a lot going on in Ghana right now, and there's a lot to be said. Okay, so guys, again, thank you so much.
Anytime,
All right,
man, anytime.
right. So I'm going to start with you. Introduce yourself. Not introduce yourself. Sorry. Any shout outs you want to make? Social media handle. Where can the people find you? I mean, you're handling big events in
Yeah.
Accra right now, man. So
Yeah.
how can the people find you?
You can find me on Instagram, Handsomefellah, HANDSOMEFELLAH. And my shows, I'm everywhere in Accra,
That's right.
especially Ali Bar, Front Back, Mood Bar, Garage.
Wicked, man.
And December Pressure is getting...
West Side.
Rabla,
Remember I told
what about you? How can the people find you? I mean, always so busy. Today, I mean, your thoughts and your opinions were
Yeah.
very good. But yeah, how can the people find you?
So on Instagram is Ira_Bina, EWURA_BIINA. Follow me and let's get interactive. Thanks for
Yeah,
having me.
of course. Now, always a pleasure. And the busy man himself, Fred with the shades.
Come on.
Come on.
Come on.
How can the people find you, my brother?
Oh, okay, sure. So you could find me on Instagram as well. It's Freddie Brown, but I'm more active on Snap. Yeah, that's Freddie_Brown. Yeah, so we could text and then. Let me say a big shout out to all old students of St. Thomas Aquinas. I'd like to invite you all to this, how do you call it? There's a old school reunion at Elwak 26th of this November. So I'd like to see everyone.
Okay, perfect. Guys, therefore be there, right? Yeah, of course.
Shout out Black Volta, my family.
Shout out Black Volta.
And
Big
shout
ups.
out Ayat.
Yeah,
family.
of course, man. Guys, again, I'm so sad I have to leave you guys. My name is Anthony James, and it's been a pleasure having you guys with me. So like I said, this is by KD Clothing with my t-shirt today, and you can find me on Instagram at Sir_Anthony James. Do join us next week on MX Social. Have a blessed weekend. Se campe Dede.